Israeli soldiers are still recovering bodies 4 days after Hamas gunmen stormed towns near Gaza in a massive terrorist attack. Now the Jewish National Fund USA is working to take care of the basic needs of Israelis in those ravaged areas. CEO of Jewish National Fund USA, Russell Robinson, is joining me now for more on that. Russell, your team is in the streets right now in Israel, trying to see what the local communities there are lacking. So what are you hearing that they need most?
Well, thank you first off for having us on. This is not something that we're just on the streets today. It's something that we know these people in the Gaza envelope that is directly facing the people of Gaza. These are people who we've been working with for years. We've been helping build parks and recreation. We've been building farms. We've been working with them on their schools and after-school program, their children. So the 90 babies that were murdered were families that we know. We know what they need. So just already in 48, 72 hours, we've already evacuated over 8,200 people. Now you got to imagine, those are families that are being located, and we had to find beds for them, housing for them. But the people of Israel has come forward like you've never seen anywhere. And so far, we're giving them the kind of opportunity in such an unbelievable circumstance to at least have some respite.
So where are people evacuating their homes going to?
So, Diane, it's a very interesting question. What we do is we have a situation room, which we established literally hours after the massacre was going on. And, by the time it ended, we knew that there was something going to be happening. And we already started by our situation room. We started making phone calls to hospices and hotels to keep it seems to people's homes. We have 2 schools in Israel, American high school. We have 160 American high school kids today in Israel who are going there for a semester abroad experience, and we're going to have to bring them home because of this situation safety. These are 16-year-olds, and we're going to be housing people in 2 of our schools that we have. We have found homes throughout Israel. It's an amazing infrastructure that we have. So people from the south in the Arava, below the Dead Sea, we're bringing hundreds of people there. We relocated one entire village, if you would, 370 family members from one community wanted to stay together, and we moved them to Gush Etzion, to the community who accepted all of them. So people who didn't know these people the day before are now having people staying in their homes, and they're going to be staying in their homes, unfortunately, for weeks.
So what's next for your group? How do you plan to keep helping the people impacted by this war?
So that's why we have this $10 million campaign at the Jewish National Fund, because we are also providing, for instance, therapy sessions online. Again, these are people that have been traumatized like nothing, Diane. You just imagine, you're hearing the stories. Now, there's families who have been killed, but those families have grandparents and grandfathers who've been taken kidnapped. There is family members who lost their teenagers because they went to a concert, Diane. And we have families that have been traumatized with their children. You've heard over 90 children and the terrible story of beheading the children. I mean, that's not, and I just want to make this point. There's no other side of the story here. There is a story about brutality, hate, and terrible evil. And then there's a story about people who are simply playing soccer, people who were simply living their lives, who wanted to enjoy living and being part of society, and it's good against evil. So it's a story that has no other side of the story. It's about good, and we're providing food. Matter of fact, our 160 teenagers packed 1,900 packages to deliver to the over 1,000 people that are in hospitals today, from toilet paper to toothpaste. And you imagine when they go into these people's homes, Diane, they don't have all the basic necessities. They're not leaving their house packing up for a 2-week vacation. They're literally evacuating, as your reporter said, evacuating a ghost town. So we're trying to provide them with those necessities with therapy sessions. And then there's the day after. They are going to be returning home. And I want you to imagine it's a child who is going to look across the street, and the friend who they had across the street is no longer there. They're dead. Or the knocking on the door that we all have every single day, the knocking on the door that they heard the last one was a terrorist trying to kill them. So the people who've been living in the Gaza envelope, you got to understand, 38,000 people been living there. living their lives, like you and myself. And they always said, yes, it was hell, 5% hell and 95% heaven. And we just saw where that percentage has increased to hell. But we have to allow them and raise the money and bring them back so that they could go back to the heaven.
All right, CEO of the Jewish National Fund USA, Russell Robinson. Russell, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.